I'm guessing he doesn't know that's open. Your back door. I think my tag is actually expired. I didn't even check before I left. This week has me wondering if I'm a bad boss. We just have a lot of stuff going on. So my new position, essentially what I do is I figure out what the product marketing manager needs as far as assets for a product launch, or advertising, or social media, or whatever. And so they typically get us a sample of the product. We schedule when and where to shoot it. That's kind of my job. I leave it up to them to decide kind of their vision for what they want. And then we take care of the rest. And a lot of times we get those requests and we got lots of time to plan on them. But for the most part, it'll be like kind of slow, and then the next week you got 3 people going, I need these done yesterday. So that's kind of what this week is. Today's Monday. Tomorrow we're shooting a bunch of coolers in the morning for like a patriotic 4th of July type scenario. We've got 6 coolers this year that are patriot themed or patriotic themed. And then on Wednesday we had a last minute kayak pop into our list, because the owners of the company want 2 samples of this specific kayak at their lake house, and the only 2 samples that exist are the 2 samples that are for the photo shoot. They want it for Wednesday, and I had already scheduled shoots, so I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to shoot this by Wednesday. But then I thought, you know what? We're going to head home early on Tuesday because we have that shoot in the morning. So we're going to be well rested for Wednesday morning. What are the chances that we just shoot it Wednesday morning? The pro to that is we can deliver the kayak straight to their lake house. And the other pro is we can shoot at the lake house because they have a private beach, which would be awesome. The con is if we want to get there for sunrise, which we do, that means we have to leave work at 4, which means we got to be there by 3:30. And I've got a guy who lives 45 minutes away from work, so that dude's waking up at like 2 o'clock to be to work on time. Now like 2:30. Oh, I feel so bad. It's gonna be such a long day. Obviously Wednesday's gonna be an early day, and then Thursday I have another shoot lined up, but that's in the middle of the day, so we're good there. Anyways, it's going to be a busy week. I'm going to try and go a little easier on them next week. I think just 2 shoots maybe next week. I saw a guy riding his motorcycle down the street today. Side straddled. Side straddled? Side saddled? He had both legs on the left side. I was like, what the freak is that guy doing? I guess that's cool. Super cool. Oh my heck. How do those tubes not just slide out? I've always wondered that. Is it just because they're so long?
Oh, today is tomorrow, and it's early. Not as early as tomorrow will be, but still very early. Ugh. Wasn't planning on riding my bike today because it just makes things like this just a wee bit harder. But our 4Runner has been having some issues. Now I'm at the point where I don't feel like it should be driven. A couple months ago I noticed some cupping on the front driver's side tire. So I took it in and the alignment was all off. And they swapped that tire to the back, did an alignment. Things seem pretty good. I have noticed a squeaking sound for the last
couple months as well, so I'm like, that's probably related. And now I'm noticing cupping on the new tire that's up front. Crazy thing is I've reached out to my normal mechanic and he probably can't get me in for like a month. And I reached out to another mechanic out here and he can't get me in for at least a week. Our shoot this morning was looking really good all week, and then I checked last night and the weather shows that it's gonna be probably a little bit rainy and maybe a little bit windy, which really sucks. So hopefully the weather holds out and it doesn't rain on us, because that would make things very difficult. If that goes back to green, I'm gonna be annoyed. Oh, today, I woke up super early. It was dark. We had a shoot and the clouds did not look good. The weather did not look good. And it was meant to be like a 4th of July party shoot, like barbecue. And we got all the way out to the shoot and decided we'd probably better cancel. We're gonna have a lot of lights and a lot of scrims and all kinds of stuff. Lots of decorations, tablecloths, napkins, food, and just dealing with the wind and the clouds. It just felt like it would be better off on a day that's actually sunny. So we canceled the shoot, unfortunately. It was like maybe an hour before people were gonna show up and we had to cancel, which kind of sucked. But we rescheduled for Thursday, which is in 2 days. Tomorrow I have a shoot that's gonna require me to wake up at probably 3 o'clock in the morning. So 3 days in a row where I'm waking up freakishly early. We hit it at the same, what the freak? Well, today is the repeat of Tuesday. I'm gonna do that morning shoot. We're gonna do that morning shoot that we had to cancel. Not a cloud in sight. Doesn't feel super windy, but it is pretty dang chilly. So hopefully it's not too bad for people to have a barbecue in somewhat cold weather. Yesterday was insane. Had to be at work at 3:30 in the morning. Loaded up, headed out. Took us 2 hours to get to the lake we were going to, so we could get there before sunrise, which we didn't. I thought 6 would be before sunrise after checking like the little shadow map thing where you can see where the shadows are going to be at whatever time at certain locations. And it was kind of hard because when we got there the sun was just peaking, and then as soon as the sun came out it was hitting the water at an angle. And it was just leaving the most gigantic streak of bright sun across the water. So hopefully the guys got some good shots. It was kind of weird getting back to the office at 11 and going home. Knowing you already worked a 8-hour shift by 11, it's crazy. I got my new temporary tag yesterday, and I stopped at FedEx office to get it laminated because what else can you do? They flop off if you don't. I hate how they do temporary registration because they always give you like the one that goes in the back of a car window or in their license plate, so it's massive. Oh, what a day. It's 1:30, getting off work, which is nice. It's felt like a very long day and a very long week, and I feel really bad for my team because it was Tuesday, meet at 5:30, Wednesday, meet at 3:30, Thursday, meet at 5:30, and then tomorrow we have a shoot, but that'll be in the middle of the day, so not as big of a deal. And hopefully I'll be able to let them go home early if we can wrap that up quick. So as an apology to having such a crazy week. And then next week will be a pretty light week. We're gonna shoot 2 products, one on Monday evening and then one on Thursday evening. So Should be nice and light, give them some time to get some editing done. And then I'm sure people will be scrambling to get us some more products. It's crazy. It never ends, and it's a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun, so let's just hope that keeps up and doesn't get replaced by AI soon. I am just at about 400 miles on this thing. At 500 miles, I think I'm gonna do the break-in oil change. I think break-in is actually like 700 miles, but I don't know if it really matters that much. But around 500 to 700 miles, I'll do the first oil change. And should be good. Should I lane split this, or should I just take the other way home? It's not really lane splitting if I'm going off on the edge. Better not. It's all crowded up there anyways. Who knew that they were taking this lane out? Today has been good. I felt bad because we had like families at our shoot today, and it was in the 40s this morning, and it's meant to be like a bright, sunny 4th of July barbecue. And these kids are like shivering and miserable. I felt so bad. But as soon as the sun came out, I feel like it was pretty good. We had enough for the kids to do that I think just keeping them active helped them not be so cold, but you could tell nobody wanted to be there today. I felt bad. It's probably because we had to cancel on them on Tuesday, but it's all part of the plan. You know, we paid them a little bit more to reschedule, and yeah, craziness. We had a really cool location. We've shot at this place a lot. They've got a really nice house, really nice backyard. We've done a lot of shoots in the backyard. But in the front yard, they have this barn, big white barn with an American flag hanging from the top. And I've always been like, man, it'd be so cool to do like a patriotic type shoot there. And we have some patriotic coolers right now. And so that's what we shot. Worked out perfectly. Well, I was talking to the old guy who owns the place, because I know that a lot of people do like their wedding receptions there. So I asked him if he had very many receptions planned. He's like, you know, we're trying to tell people that's not what this place is for. That's never what we intended for this place. Like, inside the barn, it's a big open area. He's got 2 really old Ford cars in there. He's got just like vintage retro signs and gas pumps, and it's wooden, and it's got cool lighting, and there's like a bar, and he's done such a cool job with this barn, but everybody wants to use it as a venue. He's like, it never was meant to be that, but we're trying. He's like, last year we did 15 wedding receptions here. Holy cow. He's like, this year we're gonna try and do 1 a month, but we've already had 4 in May. We've got 6 lined up in June, so I don't think he's really able to keep up with this 1 a month deal. I think too many people like it, which is cool. Like, he could make a decent amount of money on the side, but he's the kind of guy who doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Hey, it's our old friends who had the window down. I think that's I checked before I hopped on my bike, and it looks like my temporary tag is still in place, so I think we're good. Watch, I'm gonna get my license plate today. How annoying would that be? This week has not been good on my gut. We've been eating like crap. I've had McDonald's like twice this week, donuts twice this week, hot dogs like 1,000 times this week. I'm gonna try and convince my brother to go on a little drive up to Bear Lake. For those of you who don't know what Bear Lake, it's a big old lake at the northern end of Utah. Half of it is in Utah, half of it is in Idaho. And it's like really nice, clear blue water. It's really big. People go boating there. Supposedly really deep. Lots of beach property. and you can go camping there, and they have like festivals, raspberry days, tons of vendors and shakes and food and, you know, all that stuff. Anyways, I feel like it's a really pretty drive there and back because you can go up a canyon to get there and down a different canyon to get out of there. And it's 2 hours to get there, 2 hours to come back. I mean, we could probably go up in a day, go around the entire lake, and come back down in a day. You know what I mean? Or we could just stay up there for a night, hang out, eat food, and then come back down the next day. But I don't know. We'll see if I can get him to commit to something like that. My weekend this weekend is not going to be my own. I got to be on dad duty while my wife is running a market thing. Summertime, man. Today is nice and warm, not a cloud in sight, a little bit breezy. It's like the wind is chilly, man. For June, it's weird. I feel like it should just be scorching out here, but it's really not. And I'm wondering when the really hot weather is going to be here, because Utah does get to a point where it's like unbearable to be outside, but we're not there yet, so I'm curious when it'll be here. I've made a mistake. Hi. Okay, sorry. Can I have a big hug? Come here. Oh, my baby. Your eyes are so pretty.
They're blue.
They are blue.
What color are your eyes?
What can you see and tell me?
Green.
Green. Oh. I am tired. Oh my goodness. I need food and I need sustenance. I don't know what's up with these mornings, man. They're chilly. Oh, I thought they'd be much warmer. Storyteller Overlander. I want a drink because I don't want the kind of drinks that are at my work, but I don't want to stop either. So, got one more shoot today. This is just going to be like a continuation of one of these products that just came out. They wanted, or they requested a bunch of social media content, and today is one of those. Basically, we're just going to be doing sounds of this product video, so quick, snappy sounds to show it off. I don't think this guy's very happy that I lane split back there. He was behind me, and then he got over really quick. I wonder if I should lane split again and make him super happy. I told my brother, Simon, who I ride with, that we need to go do a ride around Bear Lake. Got a whole bunch of radio silence from that. Thanks, Simon. All he did was send me a video of some guy ripping on a trail and like a big bike like his BMW. He's like, I've got an idea. That would be a fun idea until it tips over, and then what? You leave it on the trail because you're not picking it back up. Nice parking job. Ooh. It's almost 1 o'clock, and I have dismissed the team early because they've been working really hard this week. Super weird hours. They've been all so reliable, and I really don't know if I'm allowed to dismiss them this early or this often, but you know what? No one wants to be in the office right now. We just got done with a shoot. We're tired. We need a break. Goodness gracious, are you really that dumb? What the freak? Why wouldn't you put that up sooner? These guys are stupid. Now I can't turn left. Freaking morons. Golly. Why don't they just block this whole thing off? It's not just road work ahead, it's road closed ahead, freaking idiots.
These guys
sweet looking bike. Oh, motorbike?
Yeah.
I love that color. Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
A little different.
So you picked up these. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. And this. Okay. Because it's a little bit higher to get rocks. Because the other one is really low to the tires.
Yeah.